Welcome back to Easy to Spell, where the name is Easy to Spell. We did it wrong anyway. I'm your Dungeon Master, Andrew, and joining me tonight, as always, our fantastic cast, beginning with...
I'm Mike, and I play Raven.
I'm Rachel, and I play Vala.
I'm Will, and you'll find out who I play later.
Wait, why?
What happened? Did we miss something?
Maybe you should watch the last episode.
My name's Dave. I play a now emotionally distraught guy.
But what's his name?
Dude.
Yeah, what's his name?
What's mine say?
What's mine say? We'll just jump right back into it, because we left off with a guy named Dude, which is a really funny way to introduce this next part. Standing in the knee-deep hot spring water, Tez's gun in hand, over the body of Tez, floating face up in these warm waters. Nearby, Carver, your tribe's shaman, dead from a bullet wound from the same gun in your hand. The reason demanding Tez's execution. A quiet falls on everybody around. The tribe gathered around on these sacred stones, watching, waiting for whatever's going to happen next. Vala, Raven, you two standing nearby, having attempted to interfere with what was happening, having failed due to the actions of Tez himself. The last faint echoes of the gunshot ringing across the still waters around you fades. Everybody's waiting on whatever you're going to do next, guy.
Guy's gonna stand there for, at least to him, what feels like hours. It's only 5, 6, 7 seconds. And then he's gonna turn, look at everyone. It's done. Now we choose what we gotta do. We let the death of our shaman just let us break apart, or we push through. He's gonna pick up Tez and probably along with his guns, plural.
Yep.
And start to walk away with them, and probably go up to one of the other turtles and ask him start to take care of the shaman and get ready for whatever ritual we have.
Okay. Nods and gestures to one of the other clan members, and they rush and pick up Carver and pull him off to the side to clean him up, get him ready. For everybody else, it is just a solemn quiet. People don't know it. Like, nobody wants to just go back to getting up about their day, but there's not really anything to do to help. There is, starts whispering among, just to each other, trying to catch up on what happened. What are the two of you doing?
Raven will have fallen to his knees in however deep the water is. I'm assuming it's probably up to his chest now.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of looking down at his hands. I couldn't stop him.
Vala's gonna go up behind him and kind of lean down and grab his hands and... You're not meant to stop everything. You can't save everyone.
It didn't have to end like that, though. There could have been a way.
Whether there could have or not, this is what's happened, and now we have to figure out what to do. I don't think that you could have stopped this. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. But at some point, this was going to happen.
Yeah, you're probably
At
right.
some point, I will have to face my sisters. Doesn't make it any easier, but that's the world.
We should go check on Guy.
So we head over to find Guy and Tez.
As we are kind of getting up, I just want to look and see if I can see, what's his name? The Nalberund dude.
Halasian.
Yeah, Halasian.
Look at Halasian. Yeah, he's actually a ways back. You can see he's just slowly walking back up the dock, unaware anything has happened. Like he's looking at the crowd of people and kind of not approaching right out the gate. He's slowly making his way over.
And the last time we saw him, he was like...
He appeared to
He
be dead.
seems
You
dead.
figured out that
Yeah, okay.
something with it, like his mind was actually elsewhere.
astral projection. I don't know.
Okay, I just want to kind of keep an eye on him and make sure we get to Guy first.
And that's easy enough. I guess, Guy, this is your tribe. Do your rites involve burial or pyre, some form of
Viking
yeah,
boat nonsense.
I was gonna say probably like a Viking boat nonsense, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Send them down the river and light the boat on fire. So
okay.
we're prepping for that for Carver anyway. I'm not sure exactly what Tez would want, other than maybe going home. So I'm gonna, as shitty as this sounds, I'm gonna go through Tez's things and I'm yoinking shit.
Okay. Stripping him down. Two of the clan members have actually cut down one of the larger nearby trees and have begun like hewing it into a canoe. Not just putting him in a pre-built boat; they're actually building a funeral boat specifically for this. They're moving pretty quickly, but one of them is working. You can see is actually carving like the outline of Carver's shell, those hexagonal spaces, into the basin of the canoe where he'll fit. Actually, one of them is using some like with magic, like wood shaping, almost like stone shaping, but small adjustments to the tree itself. And yeah, it's going through. I'm sure Will can share whatever was in Tez's inventory if you're not just looking at his character sheet.
Yeah,
I'll type it up for
I
you.
mean, Cool, that'll work. I'll go through and I'll pick through a few things. One of the things I'm gonna stop and look at, I know he's got a note from his little brother on how to utilize his gun, I believe.
From his dad, but yeah.
Was it his? Okay, his dad. His dad. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just kind of stop and look over that, and then just kind of go through his things pretty slow. He's gonna take some time, and he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I remember him looking at this every time he wanted to kind of mess with his gun a little bit. Just kind of a thing he did, and then yeah."
I don't mean to rush your process, because obviously this is hard. Do you want us to distract Halcyon?
And with that, he's gonna stop. He's gonna get up and go towards Halcyon.
Okay. Who, walking towards you, kind of realize you're approaching, and he looks, and you think he's kind of seeing everything that's going. He's putting together an idea. I suppose you would be the one to speak with now. Reclaimed your place at the head of your clan.
Raven is going to be closely following behind Guy, and any move that it looks like Guy is going to try to take Halcyon out, Raven's shooting first.
Well, the first thing you see is as he gets closer to him, his fist just clenches tighter and tighter.
Now,
Vala's gonna tap him on the shoulder and cast guidance.
I wouldn't attempt to bring this up yet, but the next day or so, Carver and I had some arrangements you and I should discuss. Chief Dude.
And what were those arrangements?
It seems unbecoming to discuss such things. And he looks like the blood kind of pooling off of, or is spilt on the stones. Perhaps this evening or tomorrow. I'd hate to further despoils what an already terrible morning. But obviously, if you want to talk about it now, I'm not. He puts his hands up as he sees you tense. We can.
I want to know what you're doing here.
I'm simply a liaison between previously Carver, now yourself, and the Empire of Nalberund.
As I understand it, you, let me rephrase, Nalberund supplied us with weaponry and gave us the means to claim our throne, shall we say.
We did assist through weapons and other means. There's a hope with young Thacker being called in the next weeks for an introduction. Remember, our ties to the Empire are born in these northern frosts. The great Valkyrie herself was the one that united the tribes to first form the March of the Empire. We simply hope to rekindle the old alliances.
Yeah. I don't know if Carver mentioned this, but I doubt you will be able to rekindle the alliance.
Raven has made his way behind, so he's on the opposite side of Guy.
Well,
Now, I understand they want to, rekindle this alliance, but what? I guess I just don't understand why we have blockades in our river. Why? Why we have someone here whispering in the ears of those that are our leaders.
in your own camp at night in the wilds, will you not set a guard? In a kingdom? Not a blockade, but sentries monitoring the comings and goings of those entering the Empire, I would think is somewhat straightforward, especially in times of war, which we've been fast approaching these last years. And again, I am simply a liaison. When Carver would
Which
ask
is
my
why you're
guidance
not dead yet.
and advice, I would offer it. And I appreciate that very much. And he keeps like looking over his shoulder, and I would prefer to keep it that way. Now I can tell when I'm not wanted somewhere.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm not in the greatest state of mind at the moment.
I have nothing to offer you, to pay you.
I understand.
I cannot buy freedom from you. And I am aware that currently I stand very much at your whim. You notice a couple other, both Turtle and other races as members of the tribe, have kind of started forming a wide circle, like the queue that Raven kind of led with. There are, what you're now noticing, members of the tribe that are also not super happy with Halasian's presence.
Vala's gonna lean over to Guy and say, perhaps there may be information that we can gather for him before you ship him back off to Nalberund.
I rolled a 25 on perception to see if he's like fidgeting or like potentially like, I don't know if he has a ring that could get him out of there, like teleport or anything like that. I'm looking for anything like that.
No, currently what you are seeing is he's actually kind of shaking.
Okay.
Like trying to not move, like actively trying not to move his hands in a way that might get him shot in the back of the head or crushed on the front of the head. Like he recognizes the situation he's in is precarious. With a 25, you also notice he does have a spell component pouch, and then tucked in his robes a number of scrolls. So he could potentially try something, but
Okay.
he's not. He's hoping to talk himself out first. Now, again, I recognize tensions are high between all of you and the Empire, which is, again, my reason for being here.
Look, how about we come to a deal? We talk. You tell me what you know. Then maybe this doesn't escalate.
I would be amenable to that. But please understand that there are things that I am not at liberty to discuss. To the extent that were I to discuss them, I may as well have you kill me now.
I understand. I've met a few of your colleagues. So,
I will be as honest and open as I can in exchange for my immediate release after such a discussion is had.
Olive, if you want to take care of questioning, I've got some things I have to take care of.
Right. Let's find a place to talk in private.
Lead away. And that's there's like a large like pavilion tent that you're able to kind of like make your way, drop some of the side barriers down to have effectively a large canvas room that you can go into. Guy, while this is happening, what are you doing?
He's gonna go back through and make sure everything's set within the tribe, and then actually he will probably make his way to this talk. So he probably missed the first few moments of it. He's just, his thought process is more, you know, he doesn't know what he.
You're the new
what
boss.
he-
You've got to
he wants
establish.
to ask. Well, it's like he doesn't know what needs to what information Vala is going to want.
Okay.
So it's more getting the information for her as opposed to him asking questions that may not even matter.
Okay. Once they start walking away, immediately like Merv walks up and like pats you on the shoulder. Dude, I have not had a rougher morning than this. You holding up all right?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
That's fair, man. Well, tell you what, let me worry about some of this stuff. You take some time, take some breaths, take a sit somewhere. Taking a soak's probably not a good idea right now. Bit of trauma in those waters, but
Yeah.
I'll organize the troops, get things patched up. Talk to me when you're ready.
Hey, when's then you'll have to remind me what was it called? The meeting.
The moot at Engthek Care.
Yeah. The Enfek Care. When is that supposed to be?
Carver was planning on heading out probably within 3 days. It's about a 2-week journey that direction, and so I think he might have been the one to call the moot anyway. So
What a timing. Or
You know,
maybe
for
he
some
saw
reason-
what was going to happen.
for some reason, I feel like the reason he was doing that and your reason for being up here might not be all that different, but
Yeah.
you know,
I have a
me know
feeling
what
he
you
saw
need.
what was happening.
we're gonna cut back over. Calacian's sat down at the table.
I'm assuming that Raven came with me.
Yes.
Oh yeah. this
Talon, whatever you need to do to make sure that we feel safe here, please do so.
Will do.
Right. So there's information you wish to know then.
Yes. I'd like to know what were the nature of your conversations with Carver first.
Primarily, we dealt in what it would take for him to unite the river tribes, and beyond that, the clans themselves.
It's pretty straightforward, an answer that we've had before. Can I insight check him on like everything?
Yeah, give me, what's your passive insight?
My passive insight is on another page. Let me look. Passive insight is 21.
21. Okay. That's, I will let you know if he is being,
Sketchy.
very sketchy.
Okay.
For the most part, you already know that from the tone of the conversation so far, this first question and his conversation with the guy, he really cannot share a ton of detail about the work he does. You've seen the result of oversharing with Ritalia, and it is likely he's under something similar. So you'll be able to push him for information maybe once or twice.
Now, this may be a bit more difficult for you to answer, and if it's something you cannot answer for your own safety, let me know. Where were you last night?
Last night, I was asleep on the dock and checking in with my superiors.
How many superiors do you have above you before you would hit the Queen herself?
The chain of command in my line of work is quite convoluted. I'm not sure how many are above me. But by some of the people I've spoken with, I would assume not many.
When we let you go, where are you going?
Immediately back to Uldric's Bastion.
And what will you tell them about what you saw here?
I will tell them that a change in leadership in the clan has resulted in my necessary absence. I'll tell them that a number of outsiders traveling from Nalberund arrived. There was conflict, and leadership has changed. I will tell them your names. I will give them your descriptions.
And what would you anticipate are the next steps?
Well,
Of course, that's all speculations.
I would wait further orders. Depending on your actions, they may simply wait until things have settled and either send me or another representative.
Do you believe in what Nalberund's doing?
Indeed I do. The interior of the Empire is safer than almost anywhere in the world. For the people. Do you disagree with that?
I have some reservations. More about how that safety is achieved.
The good of the citizens of the Empire at any cost.
But this spread of dominion is not what the Valkyrie were originally for.
The Valkyrie. Grand ideas, champions. Even their assassins are public figures. To some extent. Those of us with any knowledge whatsoever, at least. It's grandstanding. It's people like me that actually do uniting and accomplish things. Great deeds by even greater names are accomplished on the backs of the small.
That much I can very much agree on.
It's always going to be common ground. The difference of ideals. You're of the Empire, aren't you?
I am. And I'm sure you can guess I'm not what you would think I am. Not as I present myself. None of us are, and I'm sure that speaking to your superiors has led to some of that suspicion. You're not stupid.
No, not. She's very dangerous. This is a theater in which she writes the script. There's no you play the game against a master.
Appreciate your candor. Talon, do you have anything?
So, you can't give us the exact line of your superiors, but who do you directly report to?
Cannot tell you the name. I report. We are, at our core, a bureaucracy. I report to a handler. I report out of an office. My recent discussions, due to the travels of a known and important person, have involved some higher-ups, which is uncommon in my line of work. To answer to your question, yes, I report to an office and a handler. And I fear for going into more information than that. It's got very pretty music coming from outside, even though, given the nature of our discussion, I'm just going to skip forward a little bit.
It's just traditional pictorial, funeral music, duh.
Yeah.
Mourning music.
And do you believe the princess to be a pawn?
The movings of those on high, while important, I try not to guess at. I don't know if the princess is a pawn. And he looks directly. He's answering your question, but he's looking at Vala, Olive. But I think ideals could only get you so far. And I disagree with her cause, her reasoning. But others don't. My thoughts and feelings do not determine the fate of the Empire, such as hers might. I just hope she thinks about what it will cost to attempt to flip the table on the status quo, as it were. Say at this point is the point where Guy would arrive. Chief Dude, welcome. A lovely conversation.
You're
You're muted.
muted.
Yeah. Hopefully you've gotten at least some of what you want to hear, Olive.
I believe everything that I can. And I don't think that I don't think that you should have too much worries about him.
Okay. Well, I guess as it stands, unless you here have any more questions, he is free to do as he pleases.
Might I make a recommendation, Chief?
By all means.
Send him back down the river for at least a few days, and allow the clan to cool off.
Oh, no. Like, he needs to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Happy to. As lovely as a home your tribe is built, I am definitely more suited to a less rugged climate.
Don't get yourself killed. And that's it.
He kind of gathers himself. This went much better than I expected. I hope our paths cross again under more auspicious times. A slight bow to Vala. Another to Guy. And he very quickly leaves, pattering down the dock.
As soon as he leaves, I'll say, I can take him out right now.
He's shared enough information, the word's going to get out to her. He's just... I don't think we have anything to fear from him. She already knows we're here.
Well, take care of her, brother. And I'll open the tent door.
The rest of the day, I'm sure going by with funeral preparations and Guy, kind of reacquainting yourself with members of the clan, getting things sorted out.
Is there anything you didn't take, Guy?
No, I snagged just about everything. I was gonna look over everything and then, work it out from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if you left anything, I would go through it, but... Okay.
I mean, aside from his clothes, no, everything went into my bag.
Okay.
The classic party death looting.
I was just going to take one thing, is all I was going to do. And it was nothing of any value. So,
Just his shell.
no. Would have been his cards.
Yeah.
Dragon anti-set?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that.
Okay.
Vala's gonna say a blessing over him and... That's about it.
We'll skip over the carver ceremony. Pretty standard boat into the river, and they just send it downstream. A couple members of the tribe kind of are gathered around, but they mostly realize that this is for the three of you. They didn't really have any connection to Tez. And as he lays... one second, I'm just going to see if I can change this up a little bit, because this song is called Little Princess, and it sounds very princessy. Here we go. This is for the three of you. Tez is laid out, peaceful. He's been cleaned up. His best clothes have been put on him. Best pair of pants. But yeah, what do you want to do? He's not a traditional member of the tribe, and so that same sending off might not be appropriate. He is family.
How
though.
long would it take to get to his old village where Lake Quelvin was?
It'd probably be about a week by boat, because you can
Okay.
take it just right up the river. The river connects
So,
to that lake.
Little too long.
I mean, I may be able to use some medicine to keep him preserved to get there. We could also bury him and take his shell home.
I don't know. I like the idea of preserving him and taking him home, but I'm not sure I really want my dead brother in my bag.
It's understood.
Maybe maybe we cremate him, then take him home that way.
Whatever you want to do.
Quick side question. Wasn't his family all burned to death in the Yeah, okay.
Well, they probably weren't all. They probably weren't all burnt to death. Like some of them were probably stabbed a bunch.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Like, I guess just in my head I remembered like the whole
Yeah, the
City
village
getting
was
burned
burnt down, so
down,
they were
so-
also
Oh,
probably
shit.
cremated.
ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
God damn it! Why'd you gotta say it like that? Yeah, we'll cremate him. He's cool with that.
It's a member of the clan, those that are gathered around will kind of help building a pyre, try to shoulder as much of the struggle here as they can on behalf of their chief. We'll just fast forward a little bit to you guys still gathered around, but Tez laid out on a pyre.
For a guy who has so many words to usually say, I'm just gonna leave it at this. I appreciate you being with me, but I'm sorry it ended this way. And then I'm gonna take a torch and drop it on the pyre.
You light the torch, it catches for a moment, but sputters out as it leaves your hand before it hits the pyre. The torch just clatters to the ground, unlit.
Could
Bala,
you step back just
Step
a
back.
hair?
Bala.
What?
Come over here with me.
Oh. He's confused. Away.
Paul steps
Come
back
to-
a little ways, pick up and relight the torch.
Let's try that again. Drop it out.
Catches. Paul, you have to be about 20 feet away, I think, so you're a little ways away from the pyre, but
As it's burning, I'll just see you in the shadows, friend.
As the fire goes, guys just gonna stand and watch and wait for it to go to embers, and then even then just sit and wait for the embers to fade.
okay.
Vala's gonna cast Mold Earth to make the earth around the pyre kind of look like waves, so it's kind of like he's floating off in the water.
Give me one. So I just want to check something really quickly. What's the range on Mold Earth?
30 feet.
Okay, perfect. That's yeah.
Yeah,
Easy
I
enough.
checked it.
Okay, I'm like, I just got to make sure it's not like a 5-foot range where you walk up and the pyre goes out and guy has to relight the pyre. Just
Get
this
super
recurring
awkward
war.
again.
Just, uh, and when the ashes finally burn down, it's settled, and it does look as though Tez's ashes remain on flowing waves of stone. Is there anything?
I'm gonna go.
anything
Oh,
else?
I'm gonna go look for a fancy pot to put them in.
Easy enough. I'll say you actually have to find the one turtle who was like wood shaping the canoe earlier. You have to find him and have him actually like wood shape an urn. You would have done that earlier as
Yeah.
well. Gather it up and you can add Tez to your inventory.
All right.
I don't like that.
I'll keep it in my pocket.
Was that
It's
a
coming with it.
terrible way to say that? I'm sorry.
All right.
Tez, you stand alone in a wide, shallow lake. And it's in the reflection of the surface that you can see your friends, your brother, and his clan sending you off. Would you have any last words?
You might be upset that it ended this way, guy. But I'm just happy to help. And he'll just, like, fall backwards into the water and just enjoy the nice, cool, relaxing, lapping waves of Lake Quelvin, he imagines.
Okay. Do you just peacefully drift and float? And eventually you kind of bump up against the shore. You look up and your family's all there waiting for you. There's a home by the lakeside. There's the halfling children running around. Your dad is still somehow covered in soot and grease, even from this position, or even in death, finding things to tinker. And it's as you step out of the water and reunite with your family that's been gone for so long that we fade back to this side of the veil.
Well, and he's gonna take the urn and scoop him up and look at it for a minute and go, "I'll get you home."
Is there anything else the three of you would like to do this evening?
I'm so mad at myself for not having the note written down somewhere. I know I have it somewhere because I wrote everything I heard. How many? You had 2 siblings and a mom and a dad, Tez? Okay. 2 brothers and a mom.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2 brothers, a couple of sisters, mom and dad.
Okay, so 6. Okay. I'm going to go find 7 stones.
Okay.
And throughout the night, and the time on the ship down, I'm going to be carving each night a name.
Well, before we head to Lake Quelvin, we have to have a meeting. Because unfortunately, if we go to Lake Quelvin, we will not be a part of a meeting that I have to be at. And I guess this is kind of a point where everyone's gone at this point. Bala. How set are you on starting a revolution in your country?
I'll be honest, I'm a little shaken right now.
I get that.
Either way, I don't think it's a bad idea to unite the tribes.
It is. And that's going to be my goal. But they need a reason. Other than just to band together. So, what I'm trying to say, Vala, is I am willing to try to put the tribes together, take down those in Nalberund. And honestly, that might be the only way that the tribes will even come together. So, if you want my help, you've got it. Otherwise, if you want to do it some other way, and I mean you're the one running the reins here, steering the boat. If that's not something you want, I don't think there's much left for me to do.
Kai, I'm tired of losing everyone.
Understand. But how are you going to stop it? And if you just let them continue to do what they want?
I go back, I give in, I just
So you give up. You just
be a pawn.
fuck it. Let them do what they want. I mean, that might reunite the tribes too. Because I can tell you this, I'm not standing for that shit at the fucking front of the river anymore.
I don't want Nalberund to be what it is right now. But I just don't know. I don't know how to do this. I can gain your support, and I can gain the support of an underground network of spies, and I can slowly gain what I can, but everywhere I've been has just... We've left death and destruction along the way. I don't know what to do anymore.
Vala,
Well,
we have left destruction and death. But that was going to happen whether we were there or not. The destruction and death, for the most part, has been against those that are hurting your people. And it's not going to happen overnight. But every landslide starts with a single pebble.
But am I going about this the wrong way? I mean, we can start a rebellion, but, I mean, why couldn't I just go back and rebel from inside?
because you won't have a leg to stand on. No one, and I mean, this is just speaking from someone from the outside, right? The only thing out here that matters is power. If you don't have it, regardless of what power it is, right? Whether it's power of your words, the power of a vision, your strength. if you don't have that power, you're nothing. You waste away. You have to have some sort of power going into it. That's just what it comes down to. Yeah, it's gonna leave bodies. There's no way to sugarcoat that. You're not gonna be able to get through this, in my opinion, without leaving a few bodies. But if you want to make it better, sometimes that's the path you got to take. Again, it's your decision. I leave it to you. But that's my opinion.
Perhaps let me sleep on it.
Sure. We've got, after today, 2 more days before we have to leave, or before I have to leave, I guess. I'll tell you this, I will be there to support you in any way that I can. But I can't guarantee it would be the support of everyone up north, or the tribes up north, or my clan, or even maybe just me. I don't know. But you need me, you got it.
You know you're going to be an amazing chief.
I don't know about that, dude. But appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is a little much for me, so I'm gonna go beat some drums. So unless you have some other stuff that I gotta do chief things with. So.
You go off and celebrate in a proper barbarian bard way, because my gut is, once you really start getting into the rhythm, the type of music you play, we'll have your roll of performance on this, is going to affect the mood of the camp. Are you leaning into the solemnity of what just happened, or
It is a celebration of life. It is not a solemn music by any means.
So we'll say then, it will not take long for everyone to be drinking and talking and laughing, telling stories about mostly Carver, because nobody really knew Tez. But, everybody kind of uniting around the music you're creating and the tone you're setting amongst your tribe. I'm going to give Vala here a moment to come back as I'm vamping.
So, during intermissions, gonna go through and talk to some of the clansmen and see how they're feeling about Carver being gone and where we're at.
For the most part, people weren't super happy about him being chummy with Nalberund. Like, they liked the stuff that was coming out of it. And so you'll have, leading the tribe, you have to maintain their prosperity for them to, keep being happy about it. But they would rather not have to deal with Nalberund in general for it.
Right. I'm gonna prepare everyone. I'm gonna say, look, this is gonna be a little rough right at first. We're gonna be in some shit, but I'm gonna do the best I can to get us through it.
We're with you, Chief. You're in charge. Carver probably didn't expect it to run like this, but he said, for you to prove yourself, if you did the deed, which you did, that you would be beyond reproach from us as a clan. You've proven to us, you've proven that you'll put aside the person, whatever you might desire personally for the good of the clan. That has earned you more than a little goodwill with us, my man.
Good. Well, let's enjoy tonight, and then next couple days might be a little bit of work.
Yes, indeed. I'll double drink to that. And Murph turns away and goes, drinks on the chief. Raises up his tankard. Cheer kind of goes out, and people party. They party hardy. Do the three of you partake as well?
Guy would a little bit, not like he
A
wouldn't
bit.
get smashed or anything, but
Okay, not getting smashed.
Fake
Well,
partake.
Fake partake.
Drinking blue dolphins all night.
Partaking. Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably have like a drink or two,
Same thing.
just out of respect for Tez.
Okay. The evening goes by, the late hours of the wee hours of the morning. Fast forward to bed. We'll say the next day is you guys just organizing the tribe, making sure that everything's good, everything's ready, checking stocks, how many people you have, a number, because this is the heart of the tribe, this is the bulk of it, but you have a number of smaller like satellite tribes up and down the river that you put out the call to regather. Guy, in light of your goal to unite the tribes, you set up, because if you are going to the Care, to the moot there, you kind of have to put your guys on the other smaller river tribes, the ones that you're always fighting with, consolidating them as a force. You're always kind of skirmishing against each other, but it will say that you don't have to do anything on this. They will. Your home tribe is going to work to consolidate everybody, get everybody onto the same page. You kind of have. We'll say you have, like, historically you have an agreement, like, hey, we'll fight amongst ourselves. We'll duke it out, get the best spot. But when shit hits the fan, like, we're the river tribes. We're a unit. The morning of the second day after this all happened, though. This is really intense music for what I was about to do. So good. The morning of the second day. You're awoken in the morning. This is, again, very intense. This is like, here, I'm just going to go to like something like, how's this? There we go.
Perfect.
That's more. To something that smells good. You guys have had some tents set up off on your own, so you have your own space, just amongst the three of you. Raven, you probably wake up first and realize not only is the front of your tent open, your and Vala's backpacks are gone. Your travel packs.
Vala, wake up. Our packs are gone. You're muted, by the way.
Fuck. For both things.
I'm gonna immediately look around and see if I can see prints of anybody that's not us coming into the tent, and immediately start following those to see if I can.
They're not even hidden. Like, there's some footsteps in the snow leading directly away from your tent, towards the sound of like some like onions in a hot pan just sizzling, and there's a couple things. You're and Vol's packs both leaning against a table next to one of the large cook fires that's at your portion of the camp. They're both open, and there's some of your belongings like on the table around it as somebody who's gone through, pulled out food. Person whose back is currently to you, standing over the fire, cooking. Will, if you'd like to describe what they look like.
From this vantage point, you see a tattered canvas cloak that has obviously been worn for a long period of time as the bottom's frayed. It has all those little rolled up bits of fabric on it, like a piece of fabric that has been used and worn for years without proper care. The hood is up, and you can see figure stands probably about 7 feet tall. Pretty skinny from what you can tell, and is just digging into a bowl of something.
I'm gonna assume I have my bow and stuff.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But yeah.
That's it. Grab that probably before you grab your shirt.
Yeah. I will yell out, "Excuse me, who the fuck do you think you are?"
Oh, morning, lovely. I took the liberty of grabbing some stuff out of your bags. You had no bacon, though. Do y'all even travel? Oh, I have a bowl for you. And he just holds a bowl out to the side.
Insight check to see if it's poisoned. Or if there are any nefarious thoughts.
The bowl doesn't seem very emotionally available.
Hard to read.
You like to do a medicine check?
Oh, okay. Oh.
So insight
I
as
was
to
saying
what,
an insight
so
to see if he had any nefarious.
give me an insight check.
Okay.
And then, well, if you'd like to make either deception or persuasion for me.
There it is.
I guess I should probably roll this too.
14 with a plus 11. 14.
12.
12.
And this is, I don't have to tell which, I just
Yep.
give the vibe, right?
If you rolled higher than that, tell them whatever you want.
Okay. It seems like some good smelling breakfast, and he has no aggressive posture towards you at all. He hasn't even faced you yet.
You just make yourself at home with anybody's stuff?
Listen, it was a long walk following you up here on that raft, and I was hungry. Are you gonna eat it or not?
What do you mean? Hang on. What do you mean following us?
I turn around to face him, and you see, as he takes off his hood, he is a tall, red-skinned tiefling, and his hair is shaggy. It's like down in his eyes, covering his face. He has like a big old full beard, and you can see from here down, he's tatted up. Just tats to hell and gone. He's got like red, fiery, piercing eyes and this smile that you're not exactly sure if he's about to eat you or wants to be your best friend in the world. What would you like to know, friend?
I mean, first of all, how long have you been following us?
Not since you're back in the Empire. Quite a while, actually. Yeah. Question 2.
Why have you been following us?
Ah, that one's a little bit more of a story. Seems your troop's a little bit more involved in Nalberundian politics than you like to let on, huh?
I mean, obviously you've known what we've been doing if you've been following us.
Right. So, I guess I'm here to talk with her, and I will point at Vol as she comes out.
And then talk.
Well, I guess first things first, princess. Are you doing this or not? The rebellion thing, you look confused.
That depends on your position.
That on a stump in the middle of your camp.
I'm doing it. Who are you?
Wonderful. My name, and he stands back up and extends out a hand which seems to reach a little bit farther than maybe you'd feel comfortable with, is Mr. Eek. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Mystery?
No, but I have heard that one before. Mr. Eek. E-E-C, Mr. Eek. You can call me
And
Doman if you like.
Hello, Doman.
Hold on, sorry. What? Okay.
I caught it as soon as yeah.
Yeah, but okay. Go on.
He's still standing there with his hand outstretched toward you.
And I'll tentatively reach out and
He gives it one quick shake and sits back down and starts diving back into his bowl. And I have been, living's a loose term, but I have been a resident of the Nalberund Empire for the last, well, this last cycle. And I am currently affiliated with a group of people I think might serve you well.
And why would you support me?
You're the Princess of Nalberund, correct?
Yes.
Well, I happen to follow a similar god, and he holds up an emblem that sits in a chain shirt that he's wearing, which is the only thing he's wearing on the top half of his body that has the emblem of Skjoder in it that you would be familiar with. And I don't feel like they've been, for the time being, let's say, properly represented.
All right. Well, let's discuss more then.
We'll say at this point is where Guy comes out of his tent, having also realized that his bag is missing.
Do you only have dry rations? Is that all you have? Is that what you've been eating this entire time?
Listen,
Not that terrible.
No, you had stuff in your bags. I'm talking about the turtle.
Hold on, dude. The fuck?
And I'll go back through the same spiel I just gave the other two.
So, oh man. Sure, dude. Yeah, give me a bowl.
Ah! And he just,
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't slide it over anything, but he'll extend it out.
Okay. He's just gonna eat it.
Raven will lower
I
his
realize-
bow after seeing Valo kind of calm down.
I realize it's a big download, and I realize there's probably a lot of questions. All of which I'm happy to answer. Most of which I'm happy to answer.
So who do you have to bring to the cause?
Sorry, to bring to the calls?
Cause.
Oh, you're talking about the group I'm affiliated with.
Yes.
It's easier to meet them than it is to talk about them, but for all intents and purposes, let's call them, resistance really isn't it, or rebellion really isn't it. Displeased citizens of the Nalberund Empire, who happen to be good with a staff and a spear.
Lovely description.
Best I could do on short notice.
What part of the Empire do you reside in?
Let's say I'm mobile at the moment.
Likewise.
Birds of a feather. And he
So,
looks at Raven pointedly.
if you've been following us, Why choose now to start speaking with us?
Well, firstly, those rafts, riverboats, whatever you want to call them, much faster than me on feet, even with this long stride.
You walked.
Walked, crawled. Yeah, it's a long way up here.
Alright, so it just took you time to catch up then. Alright.
Yeah.
But we've stayed for extended periods in different places. When did you start following us?
Well, I caught up with you, saw you first about halfway up the river, floating away from that sentry outpost. Y'all recall? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Right. The first time I caught you, but I had been put on to you about the time you left. What was it Lakeside? Lakeside.
Okay.
Well, what's his name? The can't remember the fella's name. The barkeep. The head of your underground spy organization.
Okay.
Was the one that put me onto you. We think we might have some aligned ambitions.
Alright. Well, then. What's your plan?
My plan was to come track you down.
And then what? Ask to join us, or.
Hopefully, get involved with your plan. You do have a plan, Princess, don't you?
Ever evolving?
We have concepts of a plan.
This is the LaCroix of a plan right here. Oh,
What would be your vision of the Empire?
my vision of the Empire is a just country. And that's as much of it as I'm going to say at the moment.
Fair. Well, you've introduced yourself.
I understand if it takes some time to build up that level of trust or what have you, but for the time being, I'm at your disposal.
Well, I'm sure you know this already with following us, but I'm Raven. Commonly go by Talon.
I'm Chief Dude.
I'm Vala, but in public, Olive.
Well, it's wonderful to officially meet you all. And he'll swing off his cape and slap it down on the log underneath him and go for a second bowl out of the cook pot.
Is it pretty good? Is it shit?
How
know,
good?
it's pretty good.
How good is it?
Let's find out.
Make a medicine roll, I don't know.
It's really good, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well seasoned. It's really mostly just primarily onions, if we're being honest. But as far as like sautéed onions go, it's well seasoned.
Alright.
A good hash.
Yeah.
Okay. From this, a little bit more organizing. This evening, Vala, at one point you've decided to go and relax in the pool. The one where Tez died. That these tribes hold.
Great to relax there.
Not relax, but to contemplate. The symbols of your goddess is flowing water. There's probably a little bit of influence in why these are held sacred by the tribes, beyond just warmth in the cold. But you stand with the water swirling around your knees. You open your eyes, and around you the world is gone. The pool remains, but the cosmos extends infinitely around you. Stars and galaxies. And you just kind of hear sourcelessly. Are you set in your path?
I believe so.
You know it will be difficult. That there's no going back. Once you take this step, you must be firm in your heart. You must be committed. Are you prepared?
I'm not sure. But I don't know what to do about that. What do you think I should do?
I try not to command my followers so much as guide them. You have always been good, Vala. Even the bad decisions you've made have been in search of something greater. You fear that your actions here will lead to misfortune. But doesn't change always hurt? Is it better to just stand aside and let those who do what you yourself deem evil unimpeded?
I am firm in wanting to stop this. But I'm unsure of the exact path to get there. I think I've set my heart on moving forward with this rebellion, but I'm still scared that that's the wrong decision to make.
I can offer you this. If you stride forward on this path without being firm in your resolve, you will fail. The weight, the power that my mother has is not something to be overcome with a weak spirit and untempered goal. You are meant for this.
I am afraid, but in my heart I think I know the right thing to do. Fear is okay.
Follow that, Vala. the vision fades. You are left with a feeling that you should drink from the pool. Not necessarily the pool, but your hands are clasped from when you awake from the vision. They're full of water, warm water, as if from not the pool that you stand in, but the pool that you just came from in your vision. There are 3 sips. You take the first of the 3 sips. They're important here.
I was like, down it all right now. Chug.
And you feel you can look this up on D&D Beyond. The boon of fate.
Okay.
Take hold.
Looking for it. Looking for it. Sorry.
So
I'll look at it later.
yeah, you can write it. It's a boon, and then a feeling that the 2 sips, one is meant for Guy, and one is meant for Raven.
Okay. Before this water slips out of my hands, I'm going to try and pull out one of my bottles to drop it into so that I can take it to them. Unless, are they in the pool with me?
I say that they'll have been nearby, but I think you'll have to carry the water to them. Water won't spill as you walk.
To Guy first. To Guy first. But
What you do to it?
then I'll give him like a then I'll give him like a There's just there's just there's just open like a little
yeah.
there's just open like a little
yeah. And for a moment, tingle. And you gain.
It's good.
What? You weren't joking. The hell? The hell? Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I have for you.
That's all right.
And then I'll go over to Raven.
You doing okay?
I need you to close your eyes and open your mouth.
Right here?
Just do it.
I'll do it.
And I'll say as I pour it into his mouth, drink this.
You. Okay, where'd it go? I had this.
Boon of thimping.
No, I'm trying to. There's 2, and I'm trying to decide. You begin to feel it take hold. Something. And this music got really intense again, so I'm just gonna click up here. There we go. You gain the boon of peerless aim. And I just so people know that I'm not leaving Will out. Will already has one of these boons.
Okay. Well, that was lovely.
And I need to know, Vala, where is your next step? If you go, just so we're clear on the options here, if you choose to go south into the Empire, you can meet with Mr. Eek's friends. You can continue working as you have, but you will leave Guy, who's expressed that with or without you, he's going north. Or you can go north and assist Guy in reuniting the northern tribes, the different clans. Because your goddess asked, I need to know you. Are you prepared to take this next step? And what is the next step you're taking?
I think this is hard because this decision affects other people.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to leadership.
We're at a crossroads where there are things that are going to be happening, and Vala needs to decide if she is going to be out of the forefront or not. And either way is fine. This is, again, your choice.
Yeah. I think Vala would choose to go south.
Okay.
She's got the tribes pretty much in her pocket. If that all goes the way it's supposed to go, I'm gonna give dude his I'm gonna trust in him.
Okay. Well, in that case, we are going to move forward to the next day. Dude, you've assembled a posse of tribesmen to go with you. You can't bring your entire clan to the meeting. But I suppose this is the point where Raven and Vala will be going a different direction.
Well, I guess I appreciate what you've done, and like I said, be there if you need me.
If you need anything, send a raven, send a call.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of that, but we'll figure something out. Let me ask you this: where you plan on going next? Maybe I'll try to keep tabs.
I think that this domain has a good direction for us to go. A group of people that I can help unite for that power you're talking about. I have faith in your ability to pull these people together. You have done amazing bringing people together ever since we met. Everywhere we go, every tavern, I think that you can do this.
We'll see. I'll give him a shot.
And David, really quickly, because I don't want to take power from you. Would Guy still go knowing he doesn't have the backing of the party he's been traveling with? Or would he choose to send Murph in his place?
The unfortunate side is if I send Merv in my place, it wouldn't be. It's something that the chief would probably need to be there for. So he's going to keep to his word and, go talk with the leaders of all the tribes.
Okay.
Guy, once you've done what you feel you need to here, you can always rejoin us.
Could be a little bit, but I don't think this is the last we've seen of each other.
I'll check in with you every fourth night.
Oh shit. All right. I'm gonna have to figure out how to like.
It's
you know-
all right. You don't need to worry. You'll just
I'm kidding. I
all
can
of a
tell.
sudden hear it in your brain.
Okay. The problem is gonna be remembering how many days have gone by. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's fine. I'll try this thing called note taking. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah,
You could write a song about it.
I could. It'd probably honestly be easier. I think I might do that. All right.
Okay.
Well, hey, look, I'm not real good at these, so
Fala's just gonna wrap her arms around him.
all right, yeah, that works. All right.
And then go and let go and let Raven say his goodbyes.
Dude,
Dad.
I'm totally gonna miss you.
Yeah, dude, it'll be all right. Like, we'll definitely talk at some point again. Probably.
How are you gonna see where you're going?
You know, I've been working on that. It's kind of coming along. Kind of. But anyway, I'll figure it out. And, like your other senses kick in and things. Like you can, I swear I can start hearing things so much better now, but maybe it's because I'm forced to listen. They always told me I didn't listen very well, which is why I had issues with, like, retaining, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, dude, we'll definitely see each other again, probably.
We will.
And then, Mr. Eck,
Chief dude.
you,
And I'll hold my hand up like within 10 feet of him so he can see the high five is available.
yeah, you're a little tall, dude. I'm not.
I lift it as he tries to reach for it. You almost had it. You almost had it.
Yeah, I leave a nice good welt on your forearm.
That's good enough. That's good enough.
No,
Okay.
it's time for me to go to be the big boss, I guess. So,
You got it, man. It's your destiny.
well, okay. Let's not talk about destiny anymore. Last time that happened, I killed my brother. So, let's yeah. Anyway, hey, before I go, did you guys want any of these? And he's gonna open up his bag and specifically pull out Fool's Short Sword, Braces of Archery, Dust of Disappearance.
We can go over the actual items
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
get
oh,
divvied
yeah,
up.
but I'll
outside of-
open it up and go from there.
Yeah. Plus, that will figure out if you took anything or not.
Oh, he definitely took some stuff. There was
No,
a reason why I was
like-
listing it out.
These guys. Figure out who it's going with.
as Guy walks away, or to go, deal with his stuff, I'm gonna throw a rock at him as a projectile.
Who think?
Catch it. Do I? Maybe.
Give me a dexterity check.
Oh, of course, Dex. Thanks, bro. A nat 2 for a dirty 1.
You, importantly, your field of vision from your magic eyes has actually become almost a circle. So you get a glimpse of it as it comes at you, and you put your hand up and just nowhere near it, like the wrong direction, and it just tink plinks you in the forehead, in the back of the head.
Shit. Nothing happened.
I'm just gonna yell,
Let's keep walking.
"That was from Tez."
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys watch as Guy and his crew start heading down the river just to get to the closest point to begin their long walk to the Unthet Care.
You're telling me I have to walk all the way back now? We don't have a boat or a magic carpet or something?
I'm gonna take a guess that we do have a boat.
You probably get a boat.
Yeah, I think we have some sway with the chief enough to get a boat.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
He would leave you with a either, one of two ways. You could either take the boat we came in on back down the river, or you could have the guy who was crafting the canoes to craft you guys something.
It would be better for the clan if you guys took a canoe.
It would be.
We'll do that.
Okay.
I was saying take a crew and go down with the actual, and then the crew would bring the boat back. That's what
That's
I'm getting at.
Okay.
But it would be best for them because they have to unite the remaining tribes that are up and down the rivers.
Yeah, we'll just take a boat, a canoe.
You guys set out. We're going to close. We're going to close this particular episode of Easy Dispel. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be back. Are we playing next week?
No, I will be with you guys
After next.
Oh, yeah.
And so, have a good night, everybody. Have a great week. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next time on Easy Dispel.